Hello, this is Resource of the Week with SolanoConnex, Mental Health, Service Access, and You. My name is Valentina Kelly.
And I'm Elena Starr. And this week, we're really excited. We are meeting with Madelyn Mitchell, the Elder Abuse Program Manager, and Princess Goffney, the Victim Support Coordinator with Empowered Aging.
Hello, thank you for having us.
How are you guys?
We're good, thank you.
We're so excited to learn more about what you guys do. Just to start us off, could you tell us a little bit about Empowered Aging and what you guys do?
Sure. So we are an independent nonprofit agency and we cover 3 counties currently. So we have services in Alameda County, Contra Costa County, and Solano. The newest area that we have gained access to is Solano. So we're pretty new out here. We've only been out here a couple of years. So we're pretty excited to bring services to this part of the county. What we do is we are an independent organization, like I told you. We provide services and support to the senior populations in all 3 counties. We have a number of services. Those include the Elder Justice Program, which is the program that Princess and I manage in Solano. We have ombudsman services, and that program is covered across all 3 counties. And we have the Friendly Visitor Program. And a lot of folks ask us, what's ombudsman services? Like, I've never heard of that before. So it's basically we provide guidance and oversight for seniors who are in long-term care facilities. So just think of like your grandparents who have retired out and they are aging, some without health issues, some with health issues. And we go into facilities, that they are living in to make sure that they are being treated fairly and are being taken care of, and that they know their rights living in the facility, and they just have all of the support that they need as they age in place. So we have staff that are appointed to all the facilities in all 3 counties, and they go out to make sure our seniors are being taken care of, basically. And then the Friendly Visitor Program, did you want to talk about that one, Princess? I'll let you talk about that one.
The Friendly Visitors Program, it's to support clients that are lonely and need some type of interaction, just reduce isolation. So the volunteers, they'll call and check on the clients. Sometimes they'll go by and sit with the clients and keep them company and talk with them. And then we have our program, which is the Elder Justice Program, and that program is only in Solano County right now. So what we do is we support clients that aren't in long-term care facilities. Say a client calls and believes that a family member is abusing them. We will do an interview, do some intake, find out what's going on. Say they want a restraining order, we'll help them with that process from beginning to end. Say a client calls and they need help with transportation, we'll help them look for resources that will help them with transportation. If they're getting evicted and they need help finding resources to help pay their rent, we'll support them with that from start to finish.
That's amazing. And so do you guys in those programs, it sounds like you go to them. So like if there's mobility issues.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
so with the Elder Justice Program, we can offer to meet that client out in the community. We can go to their homes. A lot of times we do go to their homes, because the difference between the 2 programs, specifically Ombudsman Services and the Elder Justice Program, with the Elder Justice Program, mainly the seniors that we service, it's in their home. So they have their own home. They're not in a care facility yet. They are still independent in that sense, and they're able to care for themselves in their own home. So if they reach out to us, it's because they are feeling some need to have support. They could be, experiencing abuse from a family member, from a caregiver that they pay to come out to their home once or twice a week. It could be from a neighbor. Elders experience all kinds of abuse. It could be physical, it could be financial, emotional abuse. A lot of the abuse we see is, from relatives, people that they know. And so we meet them where they are. We'll usually go out to where they are, which is in the community or at their own residence. And then with Ombudsman Services is usually in a care facility.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's amazing. What is the age range for your services?
So for the Elder Justice Program, the services are free of charge, of course, for anyone in any county. And they have to be senior, of course, 65 years or older, or they can have a mental health disability. And that is for any person over the age of 21 years old who has a mental health disability, they also qualify for senior justice services.
Awesome. And is that the same with the other programs as well? The same age range?
Yes.
Great. How does someone get connected? Does the senior have to be the one that engages, or could like a concerned family member or friend or neighbor also contact you guys and initiate services? Like, what does that look like?
That's a good question, because we get calls from all kind of people. Like, we get calls from churches, we get calls from just someone concerned that they've seen something that didn't quite look right, and they're just concerned for that person. We get text messages, we get emails, we get phone calls. So, the best way for people to reach out to us is to definitely look us up on our website, empoweredaging.org. And so that when you go on our website, it will give you a list of all of the contacts for each program in each county, and they can definitely reach out that way. For the Elder Justice Program in Fairfield, the city of Fairfield, they can call us directly here in this office where we're sitting right now. And the number for that is 707-344-4102.
Awesome.
And when community members are reaching out to you, I wanted to ask, are you offering services in languages other than English at this time?
I think that is something that we're working on right now for 2023, is to have all of our materials, our program materials and everything on our website to be dual language, services that folks can utilize besides having English as the only choice. So that is something that we're working on right now as an agency, is to get that across all counties and all programs, is to get more languages included. So right now I can say that the main language will be English, of course, but that is something that we're going to be changing in the upcoming months and weeks.
Great. So I kind of want to talk about, because this is so great and this is such a good resource for people in the community in general to know about, not just people who are seniors themselves, right? Because they can make referrals for them or call in and get info. So if somebody were to call, so say I was a neighbor and I'm really concerned about my neighbor who's a senior, and I really think that they might need services, what does that process look like? So like if I called, what would kind of be the next steps?
It's different for each folks. So we have different agencies that we work with who we have a partnership with. And so if they get any sort of like situations or calls that come into their office, they'll immediately refer that situation to us directly. So there is a partnership process that we have that's a referral. And so they will send us over that referral in either email, or they call us and we capture all of the information we need on a form that we use internally. So we can go from there as far as taking the referral. But what we want to make sure is that we're capturing all of the information, because a lot of situations are very detailed, explicit, and you have to have dates, times, especially when we're dealing with the court systems. All of this information is very, very much so necessary to have all the facts. So if someone calls us and say, hey, I'm a victim of burglar, I believe that my son-in-law broke into my home, we have to have, okay, so approximately what date did that happen? Do you remember what time? Was it the middle of the night? So it's really important that we get all the details. So we use an internal form that captures all the information that we need, because again, this can be used in court. This can be used for us to further transfer their services to another agency. So sometimes we have to work with other agencies in addition to our own services as well. So this information is very relevant to counter service them across the board in Solano County. So it kind of looks like we just talk. We have a consultation over the phone.
Okay.
And we just go into detail about what happened and what the current situation is. And then we also follow up as well. So it's not, a situation where we, have just one conversation with the senior. We check in on them. We offer them additional support. We call them, as often as we can. And we also give them the opportunity that they can reach out to us anytime. So it's not just a one conversation and we're done type of service. It's ongoing. We make sure that they're okay in the weeks, months, sometime years to come. So we're always open for them.
Oh, that's great.
I just want to add that every month we have an MDT meeting and we present with different partners. So everyone is on a Zoom link and we meet and we'll discuss, like if we're having difficulty with a case, we'll discuss that with the team. And we also can get help and feedback from other partners and agencies, which is very helpful because there's some, we don't know everything. We would like to, but we don't. The MDT meetings are really good at getting new resources, getting more feedback on how to help a client.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
I wanted to ask for the friendly visitor program, is that something that people sign up for and then it's like a reoccurring, like they get to talk to someone on a regular basis?
Yeah, so they are able to call or inquire about the need for them to have support at home or wherever they are. One of the most common issues in the senior community is isolation and loneliness. And so we are trying to cover that gap, across many counties, specifically in Solano, is we're trying to have seniors to be supported with, or match them with a volunteer that could call them at least a minimum of once a week to just reach out to see how they're doing, to offer them an hour on the phone, just to have them to a listening ear, so to speak. And sometimes we do have volunteers who will go to their home and sit with them and do that face-to-face engagement as well. So we offer them, two types of services, on the phone or in person, and they can call and request this service themselves. But most of the times we do have providers that will reach out and say, hey, I'm working with a senior right now to help them gain some medical services, and I thought it'd be a great idea if they could utilize your friendly visitor program as well. So we get a lot of cross referrals that way in regards to the friendly visitor program. But we also want seniors to know that they can reach out on their own as well.
That's great.
And was there anything else that either of you wanted to add that we didn't give you a chance to touch on yet?
Just the need to go ahead and try, especially coming into a new year. We just want everyone in Solano County to know that we're here. We're offering services. We're ready to help. We have volunteers on board for the Friendly Visitor Program. We have a fully staffed program here in this office in Fairfield. So the office that we're currently in right now, we run 3 programs out of this office. So you can imagine how busy it is here. And so we just want people to know that we're here because, like I said, we've only been in this county a couple of years. And so it's still, work for us to try to outreach and let folks know we want to connect seniors to our services. So I think it's important for us to just put the word out there that we're accepting referrals. If you know any senior that's in crisis, any senior that needs any sort of extended support with medical services, transportation, elder justice program, any sort of friendly visitor support that they need, we're here. We're in this county and we have the coverage and the staff and the manpower to help every senior that's in need in Solano County.
Yes, amazing.
Well, we wanted to thank you both so much for joining us today and teaching us a little bit more about the services that you provide. To learn more about this resource, please check out the link in our post. And we want to remind you that if you're looking for mental or emotional health resources and services, you can visit SolanoConnex, which is spelled CONNEX.org. Bye.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.